and celebrating our satellite, and we'll be coming to you live. So thank you very much, and a very good evening to you wherever that you've tuned.
And the lunch is coming to you from Benny Grant Arts Center, which is in Tottenham, London, N15, just near the Tottenham Green Leisure Center. The date is 21st of September 2024. Omega TV lunch, official lunch. Join us and be part of it. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. So just to let you know that Omega TV UK and also Community News, most specifically, is being sponsored by Reconciliation International, being championed by our own father in the house, Archbishop Frimpong Manson. Daddy, do you want to put
And there's a lot of things happening there. It's a one-stop, and you can locate us at Unicity Enterprise Center, 1A Willan Road, Broader Farm Estate, Tottenham, London, N17 6 NG. Just 10 minutes walk from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You can visit us, and whatever is happening in your life, family life, everything, you can. There's an advisor there waiting for you.
Thank you very much. We are being sponsored by Omega House Multimedia. We take care of everything concerning your events from scratch to finish, being it your businesses and everything. So we encourage you to come to 189 Wood Street, E173NU, or follow us on all our social media platforms. And whatever you need, whether it's a signage, brochure, printing, whatever it is regarding your events and businesses, we are here to take care of you and look after you. So please.
The nearest station is Wood Street. Wood Street from Walthamstow Central to Wood Street is one stop. That means from Victoria Line to you join the overhead train, one stop to Wood Street, and then it's 1 minute walk, and you can locate us there, and everything about your brochure, your books and everything, and your souvenirs, you can get everything. So come and be part of Omega House Multimedia.
Thank you. As we are speaking, so many of you are typing on the on Facebook that I will be there. I will be there. Yes, please come. 21st of September. Put the date in your diary. This is community, so it's about you. It's going to be so special. We have so many surprises in store for you. So please save the date and then come and let us celebrate the satellite launch of Omega TV UK. So thank you very much. Let's cast our eyes back to the studios. Last week, we started a topic that we're going to continue today. And before we continue, we would like our special guest whom we had last week, Deacon Mark Nyami. He's here with us again in the studio. We're going to hand over to him to reintroduce himself, especially those who were with us last week and or those who have joined us and don't know why he is here. So, Deacon, over to you. Could you kindly introduce yourself before we continue?
Thank you so much, Amma, for inviting me once again to be on the program. My full name is Mark Nyame. I'm from Ghana. Actually, that's where I live. I'm here in the UK on holidays. I am doing full-time auto detailing. That's what I do for a living. Auto detailing is car cleaning, but I mean car cleaning at a different level. And the company is based in Kumasi, in Ghana.
The company name. It says explain more because you've done my car for me, and everybody the car looks so posh.
Is it valeting?
It's a step ahead of valeting. Detailing is more, just above valeting. In fact, when you come to our place in Kumasi, we do headlight restoration. If your headlight turns brown, we can restore the headlights. If you have problem with your windscreens and windows having a lot of water spots, sometimes it's so difficult to see, especially in the night and especially when it rains.
Yeah.
So if you have that problem, we are able to clean and polish your windscreens and your windows. We're able to take out minor scratches and polish the body. We do the interior reconditioning. We can take out all the seats and even the floor. and clean everything outside, dry them, and then we fix everything back, and your car looks.
It's like surgery, you know.
Where is it? Where is your office?
In Kumasi, very close to Makion Pentecost Church in Asokwa.
In Asokwa,
yes. Yeah, Kumasi,
Asokwa. Near the Kumasi Sports Stadium.
In fact, I am nearer. Yes, I'm near the sports stadium, but I'm very, very close to the Makion Pentecost Church or the Makion Restaurant. That's exactly where I am.
Okay, you are welcome again, Lady Kim, Nyame, Michael. Is it Michael?
Yeah,
Mark Nyame.
Yeah.
And tonight, we have some small highlights. This week, I think we learned about a yoke that was sunk. The yoke it's like an expensive yoke.
Yeah.
Almost 14 million. And now it sank at the coast of Sicily.
Yeah.
Near Italy. And I
Which
think
is very
15
sad.
people were rescued. But still 6
are lost.
One body was recovered. I think 2 bodies have been recovered. But among them is one of the UK billionaires. This man is a billionaire, and I think he deals in IT. I don't know the business.
Yeah, the kind of tech.
Yes.
Cyber security tech. Yeah.
Yes, and one day he was sent to America. There was charges against him, and he went to America, and he came back free. He was free, and now I think we don't know because the body has never been recovered.
Recovered, yes, yeah.
It's a sad news, don't be afraid of going through the yoke and all these things. It's part of life, okay? And another thing, lovely, I want to touch on it. This week, those who were leading the civil disturbance, the riot
in UK, yeah.
2 people have been jailed.
Yes.
One had a sentence of 6 years. And so severe that it was just a riot. But I think the one who was organizing, I think there was an incident in Hall. Hall is very far away, outside London. That man was given 6 years. Another one was given 4 years. What do you think about it?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on exactly what they did, because it's been in court and they've decided to, accord punishment, merit punishment according to how involved they were in the route that went on. But what I'll say is that I'm very, very happy that the justice system is working. That means they've taken it very seriously, because you can't just get up trying to harm people, harm properties, destroy other people's, neighbors. People were smashing windows,
making
racist attack, burning cars, unnecessarily, which wasn't called for, because there is a proper way of handling everything. So personally, I'm happy that the justice system is working. It's going to serve as a deterrent to other youth and other people who have perceived to do something like that, whether secretly or whether openly. So I'm hoping that it's not just them, but there were more people that have been caught, and more people
even
that
the 13-year girl,
yes,
was going to be sentenced.
Exactly. So, which is very, very good.
So, it's about the law and order.
Exactly. The law and order.
This is what is happening within our communities, and it has happened. Immediately the Labour Party came to power, this thing started. And I think the Prime Minister, having former Director of Public Prosecution, he saw that this discipline will have to come. And it has come. So, be careful how you utter your speeches and everything, because the law is there, and when it comes against you, nothing can stop it. Yes, now.
And another thing that we have to also say, that when it comes again, it goes on your record. This country, your record is everything. When you are even going to look for a job, you have to check whether you have been given a criminal record or not, and you have to state what exactly you did and the sentence that was given. So it's going to be kind of a dent on your name as you grow. I mean, there's been instances where some youth have come out of that bad behavior. They wanted to go to uni here or do some courses, but because of the crime on their name is become like a hindrance. Some of them have to travel outside. So whatever you do now, it follows you. Whatever you do now follows you. So let's be careful what we are into, especially our youth, and even not just the youth. There were so many adults that were involved in this. So let's just be careful and be mindful.
No, ma'am, this is an advice also to our African community, African nation. Somebody can make a threat on your life and go free.
Scot-free.
Yes, and everything will happen. But here, you can never threat somebody. A threat and go free. It's life. And this, what happened just within 2 weeks, has shown that really the law is working here. But we back home in Africa, somebody can make a threat upon your life and nothing happens and everything. But here, you can never. The law will catch you everywhere you go. So it's a deterrent to each and every one. As we are learning, because we have come from different nations and different cultures. So everybody, that's where even human rights comes in. The human rights were see that we are all equal. We have been here.
Yeah.
We are part of this nation. And it has worked. So we just brought this news to show you that you can never play on people's life.
And go scot-free.
And go scot-free. You can't threat people and threaten people, whether it's color, religion, no matter whatever it's in. As I said, we are speaking to our African continent. Even your opposition member or anybody, if you are not in the same party, you are not enemies. If democracy is telling me what you believe, and I will show you what I believe. Let's leave to the ballot box for them to determine who they like. That's what we call democracy. So every part of the world who's going through elections, let's learn and stop threatening our opponents and trying to destroy. This is a crucial advice. Life is very important, so be careful.
Very good.
Yes, so
well, while we have Deacon here, maybe it's good. You mentioned Africa, but he lives in Africa. I mean, West Africa. He lives in Ghana. How do you see this with the route and people being sentenced? Seeing that the law is working in United Kingdom here, how does it compare to Africa, especially maybe Ghana, where you're coming from? What have you got to say?
Well, personally, from what I have seen, it looks like the law is also working in Ghana as well.
Good.
Probably we may not have it as you have it in the UK, but here, as it is working, I know that it's also working in Ghana because people do a lot of things. They are sent to the courts and they are sentenced. I think one of the differences is that if you are sentenced to prison in Ghana, I mean, Ghana prisons are like hell. I was there. I was there. I mean, during the last Christmas, the group that Bishop formed, Agape Incorporated, we released 40 prisoners, misdemeanor cases, because the prisons are so choked. A prison that was designed for about 500 people is taking over 2,000 people right now. So last Christmas we paid for 40 of them because it was our 40th anniversary. So I was there in the prison and I know what goes on. Probably the advice I would give to all continents is that prison is supposed to be corrective. But unfortunately sometimes people go to jail and they come out worse. Okay.
It's true.
And that is what I would want to see, that when people go to prison, they come out, reformed so that they can be of benefit to the society. So, I mean, this is an advice that goes to everyone. People are learning trade in the prisons. People are doing courses, diploma and degree courses in prisons and other places. So we can all learn from it so that people come out reformed.
What you are saying, we in the diaspora have been following a lot of cases. Somebody will go and steal a goat and they will jail him for 10 years. Somebody will kill somebody and nothing will come against the person. And so how does the justice system work?
Is it like the one in Ghana, or
In
you're talking
Ghana.
about the one in
And
general?
see the yam.
Yeah, and they jail the person
For 10 years.
because the person has got
All
money
those
to
you-
put the
you
person
took
in
from
prison.
If you go through their sentence, somebody stole a cow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of them stole 5 kilo bag of rice
And he was
and a bottle of oil.
Oh
I think
no!
he was going for 2 years or so.
Ah.
He
Just
had-
rice and oil,
he had
2
a baby
years.
with a certain girl, and he was trying to get some food for the girl. So he stole rice and oil, and he was made to go in for 2 years. Fortunately, I think he had spent just about a year when we
My
went in.
gosh!
And,
I think
and,
some people
Going to
buy
the-
the justice
Well,
system.
we had a brother here who went to Ghana, the late Kwabre Poku, and his houseboy killed him. And up to today,
They haven't found
no
out.
justice has been done.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate because you even have members of parliament who have been
Who
murdered.
died.
Who have been murdered.
Murdered, but still.
The cases have been in court for as long as it has been, and we still haven't found out. Well, sometimes these cases are interesting, but I mean,
we are just, because whatever we are doing, we say about Trump and Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
But this, we have to highlight this one compared to what we are seeing here.
Yeah.
Because immediately the route came in, the Prime Minister called for Parliament to come in, and immediately they brought a bill, and that's why many people have been arrested. Almost 600 people, and they are still going through charges.
Yeah.
Somebody can say, "Oh, I just the girl who was charged. He just kicked the gate. He
The
was
gate
standing
of-
there.
the gate.
He's going to be sentenced.
Yeah.
So the law is working.
It's working, and the
But-
CCTV
yeah.
systems too helps catch criminals because it's going
And
to
the whole nation, somebody will be murdered, and
up till now.
up to now, even to the president dying, we don't know what happened.
unfortunate.
So it's very sad. Anyway, we thank God. Today is community news, and we are here this evening with Deacon Mike Nami, and we are here. We were supposed to have some guests here with us, but anyway, some of them we will speak to them maybe on a phone or through Zoom, because we are going to deal with a very, 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 very sensitive subject. Just last week we started the issue of knife and gun crime,
Combating it.
who
Yeah.
it is on the increase, and a lot of discussion were going on. We were seeking for answers, because this year 2 youth for 15 years were killed in the borough of Hackney, and even the reason why the riot came in United Kingdom was that
It was killing.
it was young 3 children that were stabbed. About 10 people were stabbed, but 3 died at Southport, outside London, and that brought the riot throughout the United Kingdom. So the knife and gun crime have been on increase, and as we started the discussion last week, we were blessed to have Deacon Nyami here, who has also been working with youth and in Ghana. And tonight, before the weekend, we got another sad story from the Ghanaian community. A Ghanaian woman in Manchester had died through knife, her own son knifing him. And it has been all throughout the whole media, everywhere, Sky News and everything, that a 43-year Ghanaian called Alberta Obinim, a 43-year, and the husband also is a pastor from Baptist Church, had been stabbed and killed by their 22-year-old boy in Greater Manchester, and this has been the news. So whatever we started, just the week we were discussing about the issues, how we can stop. We decided to try to get a legal advisor about the law and the legal matters that's affecting knife and gun crime. We decided to have a victim We have our dear sister Yvonne Loss, who was trying to join us tonight. Her 17-year son was stabbed at Stamford Hill and died. We were just expecting all this thing here. But the worst thing is that it has happened. It's now on our doorsteps. Immediately we started the discussion, it has happened to our community. Not only community in UK, but to the doors of a Ghanaian community in UK. So, lovely, I think we have to get to the point.
Yes.
To know what happened in Greater Manchester.
Very good. Yeah. One of everybody's heart desire in life is to, have your own life partner. And when you marry, you want to have children. And the Bible says that children are a blessing from the Lord. So our children are supposed to come to bless us, to be a blessing, a fulfillment of God's law, so that there'll be procreation, there'll be continuity. You see, so we parents are guardians to the children, The worst thing to happen is that it is a prayer of every parent that you grow old and your child will bury you. Not the other way around. You see? So you pray that you grow old and your children will bury you in your old age when God calls you home. But when it begins to turn that the younger generation are rather dying, the parents are burying. What is happening in United Kingdom that we have been talking about it last week was combating the youth knife and gun crime that we are continuing this week, is that our youth are dying. Our young men, young girls are dying. Teenagers, people who hold the future are dying. So parents are burying their children. There is groaning, there is crying, there is anguish because of the knife and gun crime going on. But the worst thing that we were talking last week, afterwards we were praying that God, don't let this happen again. We slept, and this week in Greater Manchester, a young child of the parents stabbing them. The mother died on the scene, 43 years old, dead on the scene. The father and the sister are in a critical condition in the hospital. This is very serious. This is very, very, very sad. It is not something to smile or joke about. That is why we are here to discuss this. That we want to know, what can we do so that if something like this is happening in somebody's home, it doesn't lead to death. God can come in and intervene. We are all very, very sad. We don't know what to do. So that is why we have come. So if you have joined on our platform, you to share your views. We are all in this together. And we've got Deacon Mark Nyame here to also share the views. What can we do? What are the causes?
You heard about this because we were with us.
Yes.
Last week. Just immediately you are here. And even the person is supposed to be a member of Baptist
Church.
Yes. So when you heard the news, what was in your mind?
I mean, I was so sad. I was so sad. Because I was telling myself, look, this is what we were talking about less than a week ago. And then it's happening. What saddens me most is the fact that last week Archbishop told us that in the area of knife and gun crimes,
Ghanaians are rated
first in United Kingdom now.
In the United Kingdom, the Ghanaians are leading. I mean, this is not something to be proud of. If we were leading in something like technology or something that is developing in nature, then we would have been proud. But leading in an area of crime, gun and knife. I mean, it is so sad. So I was so sad when I heard the story. And I knew that this evening we were going to talk about it. So, I mean, the Ghanaian community, please, as Lovely Ahmad just said, just share your views. What do you think we can do to be able to stop this? I'm asking myself, why are we not hearing about the Indians? Why are we not hearing about other people? We have all migrated here. So why did we come here to do this?
Deacon, when we came here in the 80s, late 80s, and we thought that the Caribbeans were holding knives and everything.
And smoking
but now,
weed.
over almost 20 years, it has changed. And for a Ghanaian or African to be leading in knife and gun crime, a crime in this whole United Kingdom. Anyway, we salute Reverend Kisra Apiaje because we are mentioning Baptist minister and Bishop Frank Sapo.
Yeah.
We salute all the Baptist
ministers.
Before we'll be going to Manchester to learn about the whole story before we discuss further. So I think the producer is going to connect us to Manchester, where we will learn about how it happened. Because when we learned that the family went to church on Sunday, celebrating the Lord, and everything, praising the Lord, and that first Sunday night, this thing happened. We wake up in Monday morning with the news flash that a woman has died, and later on, boldly, it was in national news, Alberta Obinim. That's what immediately you mentioned Alberta. What's Obinim?
Obinim, yeah.
Obinim.
Ghanaian.
And you know that Obinim is a Ghanaian. And look at the face, the card, and everything. So now, I think we just connecting to Manchester to speak to the community leader there. The person Obudo is like a MC, DJ, everything. He's doing a lot of work there, community work. So we just want to speak to him to tell us the story.
Very good.
This house, we have a story. He has a story. The Manchester people have their story. So now, hello.
Hello, Bishop.
Just to let you, we're connecting the sound. Just to let you know that we're trying to do it on Zoom, but however, because he's so busy, he can't be still. People will interrupt.
The family today, we learned that the Ghana Commission sent Mr. Amaje.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
so we are going to take its audio and a sound. So please let us listen.
I can hear you.
We want to go and touch base what exactly happened at Manchester with this killing. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Oh, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Obudo, how are you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
How can you introduce yourself for us, please, and where you are talking from?
All right, my name is Obudo. I'm talking from Manchester.
Our listeners, if you can hear Obudo from Manchester, type it on and let us know. If not, we will adjust the sound because we want you to.
You brought the breaking news, so maybe you are, when you watch the media, you will see him leading the Ghanaian community doing the breaking news.
Very
so
good.
Obudo have been influential about what happened there. And Mr. Obudo.
Yes, I'm on the line, please.
Yeah, Omega TV Live, Loblama and Bishop, we became Nyame here, and the whole community is listening to what happened. Because
all right, first of all,
Monday morning, I heard this news, and you were the architect of the breaking news. So tell us what happened.
All right. Let me say good evening to all your listeners and your viewers for having a time and listening to you, Omega TV. My name is Obudo. I'm speaking from Manchester. Anyway, on the Monday morning around 4 o'clock.
Let them know you are Ghanaian.
Yes, I'm a Ghanaian. Me a Ghanaian.
Yeah, and what do you do in Manchester? Say a little bit about what you do in Manchester for the community before we come to the event.
Yeah, like I said, like the father said, we just help the Ghanaian community if in case of anything happen. If anybody need a help, we're trying to sort everything out. If the person need a help, like having a house, getting job, we are normal. We are all equal. But sometimes some of the people come just like Ellie, those people who are just coming from Ghana recently, when they need a house, they call me. If anybody need a help, if somebody dies, I just trying to help the person. How to we get the funeral directors? How we get the funeral done? I'm doing MCs, a wedding, anything. We just help each other. So I speak to the community as well. In case of anything, I am the one that bringing everything out.
So you are a community artist for activist for Ghanaian community?
Yes, I'm an activist of the community. Yeah,
yes.
like something like that.
Thank you. Just to let you know that people online are saying good evening. They can hear you and they are greeting you. So carry on. Could you kindly take us back to Monday? What happened, please? Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, exactly around 4 o'clock in the Monday morning, when I was called, one of my colleagues called me and he was asking me, am I still sleeping? I said, yeah, you called me this time. What are you expecting? Yeah, obviously, I'm still sleeping. And he said, bro, you need to come down. I said, what? He said, you have to come to the Joshua's place. I said, what happened? And that time, he was with the Next of Kin house because, because of incidents, the police was blocked the area. They don't allow anyone to go there. So I have to rush to the Next of Kin's house. When I get there, they told me that this is what happened. Brother Joshua's son has stabbed them, but he killed his mom, but the father was in a critical condition. His junior sister also was in a critical condition, but they have taken all of them to the hospital to seek the medical attention for them. So we went to the scene, but which the police was blocked there. So we couldn't access to, we can't get access, but we came back. It was very, very pathetic because if you see the way the thing happened, like I said, the boy came from outside around 11:20 on Sunday night, which that's where the case, the issue started. I think he was arguing with the father or something like that. Even they were sleeping when they heard him kicking the doors on those things. So I think they came out. That's the information I got. The father and the mother came out to bring him down. What's wrong with him? They were asking him, and just he just went to the kitchen and picked the knife, started stabbing them. So we don't know exactly what happens to the boy or what is going on wrong with his mind. He just stabbing them. So the woman tried to escape with it. The little girls, they are 4 siblings. The boy is the older, and there's a girl, another girl, and a girl. So they are 4 siblings, 3 girls, 1 boy. But the boy is the older. So the mother trying to escape the little ones for them to come out, which he follow the mother and then stab her.
So does their first son live with them? Because you said he came into the house banging on the door. Does he live with them or he lives?
No, he live with them. He live with them. But when you come inside the house, everybody is sleeping in his room. You understand? So he went out. When he came in because he got a key. All of them are living together in the house since their childhood. It's not like he has rented he's staying or he's living in different place. No, they were all living together, but he went out. You understand? Yeah. And when he came to the house around 11:20 to 12, that's what happened.
Oh. Has there been any incidences like that before within the family?
We have never, even if you see the guy is a Bible reader at the church and at the same time he's a Sunday school teacher. And we have never, ever had any argument even including inside the family. We always with them. We even my house in that house is just 5 minutes drive. You can even walk and go there. It's not something that there's something going on. Anyway, I am not in the house. So that one I can't testify. You understand what I mean?
Yes,
but
yes.
We haven't heard anything that something is going on in the house. If I said I heard something, maybe I'm lying. You understand? But this is what we heard. This is what is going on. That's what is going on. He stabbed them. The woman died on the scene, but the father was rushed to the hospital and his junior sister.
Has the boy got any issues of any mental challenges or any sicknesses that has been known or any kind of antisocial behavior that possibly might have triggered this?
Even as I'm speaking with you now, I don't think police has found anything criminal offense against him, because this boy doesn't talk. He doesn't go anywhere. He always at his room. He doesn't join up. I've not seen him with any boys, because every time that I see him is when I went to their church, even when there is a program, or maybe his dad called me. You understand? But I've never heard anything bad for this boy. If I say anything about this boy, in fact, I'll be lying. You understand? But I'm not living with them.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? So I can't tell exactly what happened in the house. If there's something going on there, that one I can't testify. But for my experience and for what I know this boy very well. I've never seen him violence anywhere or any fighting with anyone. I don't even know his friend. I don't even know his friends.
You
understand?
The church, the father, you say he's the church. What's the name of the church? And you sure you have been there before?
Can you come again?
The church, the father is pastor.
Oh, even 2 weeks ago I was in the church, because the guy who is next of kin, he did a naming ceremony there. So we are all there. Even the boy, the father was the one who preached.
Oh.
I was there just 2 weeks ago.
Is it Baptist?
Yes. Blessed Baptist Temple.
Blessed Baptist Temple.
Yes.
And the father is the head.
Yeah. Can you come again?
The father is the head of the church.
Yes, he is the head of the church. Every Sunday he is one that preaching, taking them through to the church before the end. He is the one that preaching, doing everything. So every Sunday we call him Elder Joshua. He's always there, always there. Even the mother, they call her Sofumame because of the father. You understand?
Yeah.
So they call the mother Sofumame. All of us, even when we see her, we meet everywhere. That's what everybody called her, Sofumame. And then the man also called Elder Joshua.
What's the name of the boy?
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
And he's 22 years.
Can we, you know what, this is something really sad, because we've seen your videos that went on viral. So that is how I got to find out, because people were sending to me, because we do the community news in London here, you see. And it's very, very, very sad. Can you talk about the mood in Manchester now? How is it like? And the church member, have you been able to see some of them? What is the mood going on? The reaction within the community over there, please.
I think even you can see what the London and the whole Ghana, the whole world has been turned to. It's not only Manchester, but if you come to Manchester now, it's not about the church members. Entire Ghanaian community, everybody was rushing. Even the church members, I've seen them, we met them, the elders, the members. When you come and see where we are, we meet every time.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking. You see everybody was just folding his hands or her hand, standing one place without talking. Because we are the entire community is shocked. And we have never experienced this before in our community. Even I don't think London, it has happened in Ghanaian community before. You understand? So this is something terrible. This is something that is it's all of us. Everybody was traumatized in this community. Even today, when we went to the scene to put the flower, if you see the video that I've sent it, you can see everybody shocked, because we wasn't expect this family. We are not praying to happen to any family, but sometimes something can happen which you wasn't expect where the case has occurred. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Because this boy, nobody expect that this boy can do this. Nobody. For those people who knows him.
Another thing that yesterday happened, I think later on, I think when we went to the hospital, about the fact that later on, then you just wrote in that it was not true. So
let me use this opportunity to clear the air for this.
Yes, please.
Because we got a wrong message. The father was admitted at the ICU, already.
Yeah.
And the morning time they brought him back. So yesterday morning, when the nurses, I think those nurses, the Ghanaian nurses that are working there, we heard the father got a cardiac arrest, and they rushed him to the ICU. So when they get there, they couldn't find him on the bed. That's where they broke that news to the, what do you call it? The next of kin. And you know, in this country, when something like this happen, you can't get information unless you get it from the next of kin. Because he's the direct communicator.
Yeah.
So when they tell them, and they also tell us, we thought it's a confirmed and it's a right, what do you call it?
Information.
You understand? Yes. So when later on, even I am the one who found out that the man was not dead. Because we were crying about 2 to 3, 4 hours. Everybody was crying. Even before we broke that news on the video, the news was everywhere in Manchester. Even someone called me from Belgium, asking me that they heard that the man was dead. I said, yeah, this is what we are facing now. And the man's uncle also came to the house and said, oh, this is what they told me, that the man was passed away. The man has passed away. You understand? But later on, a lady called me from the hospital and told me that, oh, good news has come. I said, okay, what is the news? He said, oh, the man's daughter, she is responding now. She's talking now. I said, oh, we thank God. And so I told the girl that, oh, but we heard that the man has passed away. That time the video was out. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yes, yeah.
So the lady said, okay, I know where the man is. So I'm rushing there and going. She says, okay, can you go there and check for me if what they are saying is true? And this lady went there and said, no, Budo, the man is still alive. Anyway, but the thing is 40. I don't know the hospital terms. I think the oxygen or whatever they called. He said, no, he's in the 40. He's not died. He's alive. But that time, the video was already what? Gone out. That is why people were circulating all this video. But, you know, today we came back and we retracted that the man is alive. So we did another video today and send it across. So please, I'm using this opportunity to tell all of the people that around the world, all Ghanaian community, that the man is still alive. It's just that it's the wrong information that we got. That makes that thing difficult for us to yesterday.
Good. Thank you very much. I've got a question here from Facebook. Thank you so much for all those watching. DJ Atoto says that did they found anything illegal on the boy? You know, when the police arrested him.
That one I can't tell. You know, when things like this happen, it's only police who can give us the information. But as I'm speaking with you now, police has not yet come bringing anything out yet. We are just communicating with them, but they are still in this investigation. Even today, when we went to the scene, they are still there. The forensic people are there. The police are still guiding the area. So we don't have any information now. So we have to wait for the police and the doctor's results from the boy before we can get any information and bring it out.
Let me ask you, you are a community activist. Now they have little children, and now the mood of the Ghanaian community. What is happening there? And understand there was a representative from the Ghana High Commission who came there today.
Yes, even he's still here. The Ghana High Commission has done so well. Yeah. They sent their representative here today. We were all working together today. We worked with the police. We went to the hospital. Everything is on place now. But the remaining 2 cases, they are stable. They are okay. They are fine. We are trying to psych them. And the social people, police, everybody is trying to do his or her best to bring them up. So they are okay. They are still in our hands. They are not in the social people. They are still in Ghanaians.
We are congratulating the Ghana High Commission.
Yes.
Mr. Chris, Papa wherever you are, now your team is now alive.
Yeah, they are in Manchester now. They are still here. Even they didn't go today. They want to wait for tomorrow and see what is going on.
Obeying the welfare, and they know to meet her. So now you are working together, and now nothing has been planned only because there's a lot of information to come out.
Good.
Right, yeah, you know, we can't plan anything now because of, you know, when it comes to criminal case, they need more time to investigate. So we are waiting. But I think yesterday they did the postmortem and everything. So we are still waiting. We don't have any information. The police are still communicating with us. They are doing their investigation. So I think we need to give them some more time. When they've done it, they will come back to us and tell us. But now, as I'm speaking with now, there's no any information out there.
Very good. Hold on for us. If you've joined us on all our social media platforms, this is Omega TV and this is Community News. we are discussing about combating youth knife and gun crime, and that was last week's topic. And this week, I mean, just even under 1 week, we've heard of this horrible, terrible news coming from Manchester. And on phone now, live from Manchester, is Mr. Obudu, who is one
Yeah.
who is one of the community activists doing very, very well, and he is live now giving us a bit of a background story that led to the stabbing of Mrs. Abeta Obinim, who has passed away, and the father and the daughter who are now in Swall Hospital. So if you've joined us, we want you to know that this is where we are now. We're trying to get some more information. He is on the ground. He is our contact person who is feeding us with live information. And we've got Reverend Owusu Kwatin on Facebook says, this is a big blow to the Ghanaian community and pastor's family. May God have mercy. Nana Ajimai, DJ Atoto says again, we thank God that the dad is alive. So thanks be to God. Nana Ajimai said, we wish Pastor Joshua and the daughter a speedy recovery.
Yes.
Thank you. We've got Na Ani Ahinakwa said, confidentiality among some of our people working in hospital is so bad. We must change. And so we must change. And we've got Nana Osei Kwame Kotoko is also watching us. He says, thank you, Mr. Obodo. So thank you very much. Mr. Obudo, please forgive me. I think there is so much, but forgive me. Obudo,
No
let's come again. You know, we want to find out. We've talked about what is happening, what the Ghanaian community is doing, what the church is going on. You've also made us aware that
Baptist Church.
Yes, you've made us aware that
the church did very, very well, and they are playing a very big role in this issue. They are having a meeting from Monday. All the church members, I don't think each of them, one of even them went to work. They all canceled their shift, coming there, console the family, trying to make sure everything is on place, trying to psych the children. You know, sometimes, you know, this country, nobody have a time. You understand?
Yeah.
But this is the time that Ghanaians have shown the love to the family.
Thank you.
In fact, even me, I was wondering, because from that time till now, every time you go there, you see the church members. It's not only the church members, even the big men, the Ghanaian leaders, all Ghanaian Union chairman, NPP chairman, NDC, everybody, pastors, kings and queens, all of them are coming there. Everybody. Because it's a big tragedy for the Ghanaian community, you know. So everybody is playing his part. Entire Ghanaian community. Those people who couldn't get time to come, they call and find out. They call and trying to, you know, console everyone. So everybody is trying his best.
Apart from the Ghanaian community, has there been any other of the other communities come around? Because
of
in
course,
social
yes,
media,
because, you
they're
know,
talking about the Prime Minister coming
where
there.
the woman is working.
Everybody, yes.
Where the woman is working with another different countries, Zimbabwe's and everything, and those people who knows, you know, this is a national issue. You understand what I mean? Because it's all over the TV, Sky News, BBC, everywhere. So those people who knows the woman or who knew the family, they're always trying to be part of it and then console the family. So everybody is playing his part. In fact.
And Zobudo, just I want to hear my son. I just want to congratulate you for all what you are doing. I know you. So
I know, yeah. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
We need people. We need the right people also to be there.
No problem. In case of anything, updates come and then I'll give it to you.
For Omega TV and the entire community worldwide, we want to thank you for all the efforts. We all can be in Manchester just now, but we are there with you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thanks.
The family, the church, everyone knows that we are there. And
so
now,
please,
again,
we want everybody to be assured that in case of any proper news come, we will give it to them. By now, there's no information.
Can you hear one person talk? Because otherwise, we wouldn't hear.
The commission has also shown a positive move. And we want to thank them for. Now, because I heard that one of their representatives on the way to Manchester, I told you, Obudo, you told me that, yes, you have got information. And yes, when I check it out with Eno and Chris, knew that things are happening. So we thank everybody, especially the response to the community is so marvelous. I think everybody is calling to know what is happening because it has shocked the whole world. Yesterday, Adum News, Albert Obini's picture was there, and now Sky News everywhere. And this has happened into our doorstep. This one straight to Ghana. So we just want to just show this solidarity of all coming together. Yeah, so now, we just want to say thank you
for all right, you're welcome. Thank you very much. All right.
Keep us
informing
us.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And next week we will try and connect you again.
You don't know Manchester, but because of maybe you will come to Manchester.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And next week, please stand by. We want you to bring us all the updates. We will connect you again to feed our audience with the updates from Manchester.
Every message that will come. It's emergency.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is that when we come on air, because the emergency doesn't come onto this platform, so next week we'll be able to, come back and give us updated, detailed reports of what has happened within the week. So thank you so much, Mr. Obodo. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
And God bless you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Get offended, we come back to you, okay?
No problem. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Can I chip in?
Yes,
chip in something
of course.
Briefly? Listening to Obudo, he made mention of the fact that this boy is a quiet boy, and he's almost always indoors. Okay, and this is one area that I want parents to take a closer look. You see, sometimes when we have children who are kind of introverts,
yeah, we think they are good.
Go out. Oh, as for my son, he's always in the room. Please, parents, let's get involved in their lives. Get to know what is happening in their rooms, okay? Because that is the time that some of them get introduced to some of these diabolic things. Okay, so as parents, as Ghanaian parents, I just want to encourage all of us. If you have a son or a daughter who is always indoors, don't take it that it's a good thing. As for my daughter, she doesn't go anywhere. She's always in her room. What is she doing in the room?
The phone opens them up to the world.
Yes. So once we get involved in their lives and get to know what is happening in their rooms, then probably we can help them and prevent some of these things from happening. Again, I'm happy that Ghana High Commission is coming in.
Thank you.
And then we are all commending and congratulating them for coming in to assist. But I would also want to have a word for the Ghana High Commission.
Thank you.
You see,
go ahead.
We don't always have to wait for some of these incidents to happen before we become active.
We have to be supported.
Let us be proactive, because now Ghana High Commission, this is right at your doorstep.
Thank you.
These are your children at the top of the chart. In the area of gun and knife crimes.
We are the top.
Okay? We are the top. And it doesn't speak well of the Ghana High Commission at all. Anywhere you go, this thing is going to be a kind of a stain. Okay? So I would suggest that Ghana High Commission get some programs. Be proactive. What are we doing? We don't have to wait for these things to happen and then we all rush there. What will happen has already happened. It's so unfortunate.
But we'll come back to what you are saying, because I have a lot to share. When these incidents come, that's why we started the subject last week.
Yeah.
But before, we have Lawyer Frank, who have been listening with us. He have been on the Zoom, and you have been at the studio. So we are going to take him, we are going to bring him to the studio
to join us.
And so, Lawyer Frank,
because we want to know the aspect of the law dealing with all this, when
Lawyer Frank,
and when there are these crimes that are being committed, we need to understand the implication of the law when we get involved into these things. So,
Lawyer Frank.
Good evening, Lawyer Frank. Okay, so we are trying to.
It's just Lawyer Frank. How are you?
we are trying to connect. Our producer is trying to connect. We've got a comment here on Facebook that I want to read whilst our producer is trying to get us connected. So DJ Toto said, more grease in your elbow, MC Obodo, which is excellent. Nana Jiman said, great and amazing job in Manchester, Obodo. So Obodo is gone, but all this is for you. God bless you abundantly and your household. We've got a Uram. He says, Eja, I'm watching you live from Savannah region. Keep up the good job. So that is all the way from Savannah region. Thank you very much. And we've got Equia Sapon. Thank you, my sister Equia.
Savannah region is Damango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he is.
Yeah. All the way from there.
Lawyer Frank.
Mm-hmm. So we are trying to now. If you have joined us, we are still discussing about combating the youth knife and gun crime.
Yes.
Combating.
You know, Deacon
Mark Nyame.
Mark was saying something. Obudo's comment that this boy doesn't go anywhere. This boy has never shown any signs. He's a good boy and everything.
He's quiet.
Do you know our children?
No.
To our community, do we know our children? The children here cry. They have almost 4 actions. When they see you, uncle, they smile at you. The other side
is different.
You don't know. As a parent, you don't know your child. Until this disaster came in, we are trying to justify. This is the subject that we all want to bring it out. Because I should have we invited Yvonne Nelson, who lost her son, 17-year boy. The son was at Oxford Academy. And he came from Oxford Academy to Stamford Hill and was murdered. When the police went to the house, the mother said, my son is in Oxford.
But the son was not in Oxford.
He was dead in Stamford Hill.
Yeah.
According to what Obudo said, as a Ghanaian community or as parents, do we know our children? No, we are trying to get Lawyer Frank. And so whenever our producer is able to connect, open up the connection, we talk to him. This brings us the children we are. Do we know them? I shared something with you last week that the language and the way they speak, we don't understand it. When we started building our health center on Broata Farm, every country, the Turkish people want an interpreter. The other cultures, they say they want an interpreter. Ghanaian people say we understand the English. The only English we understand is stop. That's all. I myself penetrated a testimony that a young boy came to the health center and said, oh, this is wicked. And I said, how can it be wicked? From your mouth, wicked is bad. I nearly got to him and said, uncle, I said it's fine. You see the difference between the language?
I think we've got Lawyer Frank. So let's.
Hello? Lawyer Frank. Yeah, we are hearing you just so, but they are trying to open up. Hello? Hello? You can hear us?
Yeah, but we're connecting the sound. Otherwise, our viewers wouldn't hear anything. So let us, now we're going to talk about the justice system. Can we see how justice is necessary in cases like this? And how important it is?
Of course. It's so important you cannot afford to overlook that one. But, from the little that I have seen, it looks like things are very, very liberal in this system. Okay?
UK here, right?
In UK, I think that the justice system is a little liberal.
How?
Because Archbishop was mentioning it, that people commit crimes, and then they are just given 3 months, 3 months in prison, and they come back and
for killing somebody.
3 months, and they do worse things. Okay, so maybe the justice system would have to be looked into again. Otherwise, you if it is not punitive enough, if it doesn't sound the right bell, people will not stop doing those things. They will continue to do it. But it has to be punitive, it has to be corrective, so that if somebody goes through the system, he comes back a better person. But if somebody kills and goes to jail for such a short time, I mean, what signal are we sending to the people who are now thinking of doing the same thing?
Within this our regime, even within 3 months of Labour coming to power, the Prime Minister has brought a law just to deter people from causing riots and everything. And it has worked. Hello?
We're trying to
get
Lawyer Frank.
Yeah, you are welcome to Omega TV.
I think the sound is not still better, and otherwise our viewers will not hear. No.
He's trying to increase the volume for you. It's a technical problem.
So whilst we are trying to resolve it, I mean, our producer will let us know. Let's come back to the system we're talking about, and let me draw a bit of attention of the mobile phone. You see, sometimes somebody can be quiet in person, but they are very loud online.
Oh yes,
very, very, very loud online. I remember when I used to live in my neighborhood near Tech, there was this professor. The two girls never go out. Very quiet. He boasted of the girls being very quiet, being very, and
always
then
in their room.
Yes, because they are always in their room. They'll come to church because we used to go to church together, and then everything. Suddenly, and the man will lock the door because they are okay. They'll go to school. They come back. Suddenly, we all found out that one was pregnant. Hey, how did she got pregnant?
Virgin.
Because she's a virgin. They
Mary.
Come to church. They, very, very, very sanctimonious children. You can easily feel intimidated and they were very quiet. However, one person got pregnant and it became alarm. Hey, how, who, how. Not knowing that when the parents sleep, the way they are caging them at home, when the parents sleep, they open the window. And then the girls go out. They go out, and by the time the parents wake up, they are back into the house. You see? And then they thought that they were very quiet, but when they go out, they dress differently. So all these, when she got pregnant, the story started coming out. Because the way the parents are, everybody was afraid to tell them how the children really are outside. So they were one person, one character inside, very quiet, when they come to church, quiet, and then they go back. But behind the scenes, when they go out, they are different people. So don't think that when people are quiet, they can be quiet, but they are very loud. Children have different characters. They can play you out. And these are pastors' children, and my heart grieves. I'm a pastor's child as well, so my heart really, really grieves, not just for pastors' children, but for our youth. What can we do? How can we do? You say we should know our children. Deacon Mark, you say we should know our children, know what they are doing. How would the parents know what their children are doing on the phone? When these children nowadays, they've blocked their phone with their face, you take it without their thumbs, without their facial, how do you call it? Facial ID, you can't go into their phone. We are talking about 22 years. How do we manage this in our house?
Lovely. It's all coming back to the system. When I mention the system now, I'm not talking only about the justice system, but I'm talking about the system in general. Okay, you live in a system where you cannot even touch your child's phone. You see, your child misbehaves. You cannot even spank the child.
No.
Okay, I mean, the best you can do when your mother comes to take care of your children is to give them time out. You see, and then you hear the old lady saying, "Me time out too. Me time out too." You see, then that is time out. It is not working. Okay, the system has given them so much freedom. So much freedom. You see, I was walking beside a certain young boy. I got to know he was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And he was smoking. And elderly people were just walking around, and it looks like there is nothing wrong with a 13 or 12 or 10-year-old boy smoking in the UK. All right?
You are right.
We have our problems in Ghana, but this thing will not happen. The system in Ghana is such that if your child is doing that, I, on behalf of you and your husband, can discipline your child,
in your
bring
absence.
the child to your home and tell you, I have disciplined your child.
It's true.
Okay? And you will even say thank you to me.
It's true.
But this cannot happen in the UK. What is happening? All right? Listen, I was doing a little bit research on cigarettes. And I came across some kind of pictures on the labels of cigarettes. I was shocked. Let me see if I can. Oh yes, and they will tell you it is so strange. One label says smoking kills. And then you allow people to sell this. People are selling it to small young boys. Meanwhile, the thing says smoking kills. So to me, you are selling me poison.
You are killing yourself.
You see? So why don't we restrict the younger ones
at
least from having access to some of these things? They smoke, they drink. Friday nights, police in UK are so busy because people are drunk of so many stuff.
Exactly.
And they are fighting and they are causing confusion here and there. And the police are so busy on Friday nights. What happened? How did we get here? The system is so liberal, and it is allowing even very young people to have access to certain things that they should not have access to. Smoking increases the risk of impotence, and it's there, and people are buying it.
If we can do the same audio like
Hello. Yes, is that what we can get? Lawyer, welcome to Omega TV. Okay.
The viewers wouldn't hear. If you can hear a bit, but the viewers wouldn't hear.
Okay. You know the subject we have been dealing tonight.
Bishop, I think our producer said we should hold on because the viewers is not hearing what we are discussing. Unless possibly want to do it like the normal audio, like Obodo's one. Then
oh yeah, maybe sometime maybe that
one
will
be held. So let's continue our discussion whilst we try and sort the sound. Apologies, we're trying to bring lawyer Sam Frank on the call, but we are sorting the sound out. So whilst we are here, we are going to deal with it. Let me come back to this. You see, there is an area that has been. Last week we were talking about single parenting, the men not in the house.
Hello. We can hear you just a bit
in the studio.
I don't know. Maybe when our audience are hearing you. I think there's a technical problem. I don't remember. So if possible, can you call him live so that he can? Because we are having technical issues here at the studio. Sorry.
A number to call. So if we can, okay, let's continue the discussion, please. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, we will spend a lot of time on there, and then let's.
Okay, let's come to it. We have already seen that now. I mean, parenting. There's a problem because parents are not allowed to discipline their children. With a little thing, social service will jump in. So all the parents' hands have been tied. Your child, as Umbudo was saying that this boy is so quiet, He doesn't go out with no friend and everything. And within 3 seconds, he has killed the mother.
It's even the worst of it.
I had a young lady. It's passed a long time, about 20 years ago. The father called me that the daughter had been arrested. And there were a lot of ammunition in a bag that was at her kitchen. When the father called me, he said, "Oh, this girl is innocent. Bishop is innocent." And later somebody called me that this young girl, the girl, when she was 15, he used to travel to America. So he had been doing some businesses and everything.
All the time, yeah.
And what I learned was that this girl was holding the arms, the armory they used to go and rob. So sometimes we don't know the children that we
are defending. We've got a question here, okay? Let me read it out, and then maybe we can all come in and Deacon can also help us. Okay, he said, we have to blame the churches too, not only the parents, because we don't allow them to participate in church programs and organize activities for them to keep them busy.
Okay, let's say hello. 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 We can hear you, but the audience can't hear you. Yeah, we have to give you phone number. Yeah. Producer, can you give him the phone number?
Yeah. A phone call.
I think the phone call will be okay.
Yeah, I think we have to go for a different way because we've done this about 5 times. Yeah, so let's please continue. Because the viewers are listening and we have to
mentioning the churches.
Yeah.
And everything. This boy, they say he reads the Bible in the church.
He reads the Bible in the church.
So he's involved.
He's involved in church activity.
Let me tell you, let's go the truth.
He says that, he mentions that the church are not allowing them to, number 1, participate. Number 2, organize activities for them to keep them busy.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the points I wrote down when I was preparing. You see, we are now, this is a shared responsibility. It is not only the churches. We are looking at parents, we are looking at churches, we are looking at the Ghana High Commission,
the community.
We are looking at the community. All right. So if we want to talk about the churches, I think one of the things that the churches can do is to be able to set up some kind of counseling departments within the church and engage the youth. All right. Engage them. You see, you don't have to wait for the youth to come
to you. They will never come.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for them to come. Make the program such that you rotate. They know when they are supposed to meet the church counseling board. Okay? If you have 50 youth in the church, you rotate. If the counseling team can meet, let's say 3 of them in a week or 5 of them in a week, so in 10 weeks you would have met all the 50. Okay, so meet them, talk to them, things they cannot share with their parents. Probably because you are pastors or deacons or elders or whatever, they may be able to share with you, and then you help them.
Yeah,
I was talking to one young man about his schooling, and then he was telling me something different he wanted to do. From where I sit and from knowing what I know, I have arranged to meet the young guy and share what I think with him. Probably it will change things for him.
Yeah.
Okay. So the churches have a role to play, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But it is not only the churches. Parents, we have talked about parents. We are also talking about, I mentioned the Ghana High Commission. You see, summer, we are in summer. What programs has the Ghana High Commission planned for the Ghanaian community? All right? Maybe you could be doing, the last time we were talking about language, we have Asantes, we have Gans, we have Airways, and our children are not speaking our language. Could the Ghana High Commission even organize some kind of teaching, some kind of learning facility where some of these Airway guys can go and learn a little bit of
I
F1A so that the parents can communicate with them.
Is going far. I've been there before.
It will never.
I know what is happening.
You have been where? At the Ghana High Commission?
I know what has been happening. Mm-hmm. When we talk about Ghana High Commission and all these things.
It will never happen.
When Yvonne's son was stabbed, I led the community with the MP, Diana Abbott and David Lamy, to organize walkabout and everything. The then High Commissioner, Mr. Danso Boafo, we met together. We organized a program at Tottenham Green Leisure Center, which was highly attended. The next year, Tolo Oil came to fund it. They didn't call some of us, and the money came.
It went to other people,
and nothing happened again.
Yeah.
So all what you are telling us is just a story.
The people that will do the work.
For me, when I sit here, I know whatever is going on. That those are the grassroots. When we are in contact with the people, there's no any support coming to us. A time comes that I used to use my money to buy food for the youth, and which were more Ghanaian youths. Every summer, I organize them with workshops and everything, and the police support me with a coach to take them away. There's no anybody up to today who said, where was Archbishop getting the fund and everything? But let me come to this. What I'm trying to say is that when we are talking about all these things, so I've been a chaplain at a mental hospital since 1994. Sometimes we can be holy and everything. Mental sickness can also affect our lives.
Thank you.
There's no any holiness that can stop the stroke or the diabetes and everything. But practically, that means when you are sick, you go to hospital.
Good.
It's not all the prayers, that's why when Moses got to the Red Sea, he was going to pray. God said, don't pray.
Don't pray. Use the stick.
Go. This is what we are encountering. We come and say the church is not doing everything. We've been kind of, listen, there is a lady whose child was about to commit suicide because he was being intimidated in school. So the mother didn't know.
Yeah.
When he came home, the boy wanted to kill himself. And the school said, the boy is becoming mental. But the mother said, my son is not a mental patient. The night they were planning to book him to the mental unit,
yeah.
The woman slept at the hospital. And in the morning, they couldn't get any hospital. The next day, the boy was on the plane to Ghana. And now the boy is working at Westminster.
And doing very, very well.
They
would have given him let me tell you one thing.
Hello.
Let me tell you one thing.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, wow. Thank
now,
God.
You are welcome, Lawyer Frank. You are welcome to this program. But before we proceed, can you introduce yourself and let people know who you are?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Archbishop. Thank you, everyone. I'm Lawyer Frank. Many people call me Lawyer Frank. Frank Nuyama. I'm the managing partner or director of Master Solicitors. Master Solicitors, we do everything in litigation, wills and probate, family law, immigration, and of course, if you are buying and selling property, you can instruct us. We happen to be about 10 of us, but happen to be the head of the team, that is the managing director of the firm. I'm pleased to be here as Archbishop invited me. I should have been in the studio by the time. I think it was a bit difficult for me. So I said that I'll try my best and join you from Zoom. And I think Zoom is becoming a bit difficult, but finally we are here. And I'm glad to join.
Our program director is superb. He has normally succeeded. Otherwise, he's going to be queried after the program. You are welcome. And I know you do more program with Abna's campaign. I salute to my daughter, Abna, wherever you are. Lawyer, straightforward, you have heard everything that we are discussing about the killing in Manchester, about our lady Abeta Obinim. The husband and the wife and the daughter were stabbed by their own son, 22 years. And as a legal person, we promise the audience that today we will try to get, even we promise that we are going to get somebody here.
Yes.
You don't know what is going to has happened. And you heard the report from Manchester and everything. But what we want you to go straight down, the justice system, and as the king was saying also, the local things about discipline your child and the legalities and about don't touch your child, so and so. Can you advise us, please?
Okay. Thank you, Archbishop. My condolences to Obinim's family. It's very tragic news that all of us heard. And I think the Ghanaian community is grieving. We pray that Mr. Joshua, Pastor Joshua, or the Joshua and his daughter will recover soon. Possibly on Saturday, I'll go and visit the family as well. So we are all part of it, and we'll do our level best to pray and support the family to recover. Knife crime is a big issue. For me, it should consider as one of the epidemics, in our time. Because if you look at statistics, even though this year, last year, they are saying that it has gone down 3%. But, for we to have over 27,000, knife crime in the country is, it's disappointing. And it's not something that every parent will be happy. Every family member or friends will be happy. We must be able to work together to clear our streets from every form of crime. More importantly, knife crime. I'm not sure whether our viewers or all of you listening to the King's speech, the government announced that zombie-style knives and matches, they will add it to the list of prohibited dangerous items from 24th September this year. So from 24th September, these dangerous knives will be added to prohibited dangerous items we have. So it would be criminal offense to obviously have those in your possession. For me, this law should have come long time because parents, advocates, everybody started talking about the dangers, and everybody is aware of dangers of knife crime. So these kind of knives and the machete and sharp blade should have long time be added to the prohibited dangerous items. But we thank God that finally it's going to be added from 24th September. And the government is encouraging everybody, including, more importantly, parents, go through your children's, bags, everything, and make sure that if somebody or any of your children have this kind of knife on their possession, you hand it over to police. Police is saying that they will not, arrest or incriminate, or there will not be any repercussions for surrounding these dangerous weapons. So if you have it at your possession, if you are listening to us, viewers, share the video. Let's talk about it. Churches, share the videos. Let's talk about it, because these children are from our homes. They are not living on the street. So if we open our eyes very well, you would definitely identify that there's a question about your son, your daughter, that needs further inquiry. But sometimes, parents, either we overlook, or because obviously the child is now a TikTok big person, and if you're not careful, he or she will beat you or insult you because of the disrespect. Sometimes parents are scared to obviously even talk about it or approach their children. But if you're a parent and you see that your child, and that's my personal view, I may be wrong, if you see that your child is a threat to the community, please, nothing should stop you reporting that child, to police to look into it. I know it sounds a bit disheartening, but if you are not careful, this child one day will be a burden to you. So the earlier we tackle such kind of behavior, the better for all of us. Don't let us harbor treacherous behavior. And I mean, some people, even when they see their children are rude, they are happy with it. Oh, my child is very confident. You can't bully him or her. If you're not careful, he will face you. And even some parents, when they have issue with their neighbors or friends, they will call their child or their son to come and intervene to show off the muscles. And one day, if I'm not careful, these muscles be shown in your home. So when we see that our children are exhibiting some behavior that requires attention of the law, we should have a look at it. In this country, even though we say that the laws are a bit flexible, and going back to Archbishop, question and concern, the law seems to be, obviously, if from cultural perspective, where we're coming from, the way we do things is a bit different from the way we do things in this country. So in Ghana, even if you go to our prison centers, you will regret for going there. The environment alone will make you sick. The treatment is horrible. Here, because of human rights and everything, every human has dignity. So being in prison does not mean that you have to live in a horrible environment. So sometimes we try to think that, the legal system or justice system is not too strong to bite. But it bites, because a few people that I've spoken to them who have gone there, they regret for going there. Some people, they go there and turn up to become a hardened criminal, and which is common in society. Because sometimes, there's a saying in our language, possibly let me say it in Tree, there's an adage, said, I'm trying to remember this proverb. There's some, when you go through a problem, going through that problem again, you don't really care because you face it before, so there's no fear. And some humans have this kind of thought. They face the biggest possible threat of their life. So going back again to jail is no problem, which is a big issue that is difficult to find a lasting solution. But the law is there. The law can bite. Children below 18 years are not allowed to hold knives or buy these zombie star knives and machetes. We know that these children have it in their bags and other stuff, but the law is there. If you are caught in the street holding this kind of a sharp object, you'll be arrested. Obviously, if the child is a first offender, sometimes the law is a bit flexible. But if you look at a knife crime, you can be sentenced to 5 years imprisonment, so which is, not a small sentence for a child. A young man or young woman building his or her life. But the problem is that society is broken down. And because society is broken down, in my opinion, there is no control, parental control in our homes. There is no parental control in our streets. I remember when I was young, even when you go out and you are misbehaving, you see an adult or somebody on the road, that person will discipline you. Here it's not like that. If you're not careful and even raise your mouth or say something to a child on the street, you are in trouble. The child will insult you, or you face, a different face of the law. So these things, and I don't think we will go back, but as small community like Ghanaians, I believe that we must come together more. And I heard my uncle talking about Ghana High Commission having some programs, not just programs, but, let's have some centers, that are close to the community, even going to schools, going to churches, taking up on themselves, mosques, traditional societies, something like Black History Time. Let's all get ourselves involved. Talk about these things. Parents talk about these things in our homes. Churches talk about it in the churches, mosque. on the street, on social media. Let's talk about it. The more we make noise, the more our children will know. And once they get to know it, possibly they will realize that it's not safe to hold knife or get close to somebody who is holding knife. That is a little that I will add, unless there's anything to ask me. Thank you.
Let me come in. You said when somebody kills somebody, they give you 5 years. In Ghana, when you see goats or banshee, you go to 10 years.
Cassava. When you steal. Yeah.
And somebody taking somebody's life. Because that's why we see, I think, because it's too soft. And they know that with 2 years, 3 years, because the lawyers will go to court and say, let's leave him and everything. And that's why I think we pamper them. Even Africa, when somebody sees cassava in jail 10 years. Now within these 2 months, the new prime minister has let us know that they can make a law, they can change a law for somebody rioting to be jailed 6 years. And somebody taking somebody's life. How can we, the justice system, correct these things? Lawyer is
dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Lawyer,
okay.
Did you hear Archbishop? If you could answer that, I have another question for you after.
Yeah, I know Archbishop was talking about the law being flexible, that in Ghana, even if you steal goat or cassava, you can go in 10 years. Which is obviously is interesting. I mean, for us, even here, there's nothing like a death penalty, which Ghana, I know nobody has been committed to death for a very long time, but we do have those system in our country. You see, Archbishop, it's like in this country or in Ghana, a Ghanaian child raised up in Ghana, when he does something wrong home and you use a cane on him or her, he will feel it. He will stop. You don't need to use your mouth to stop that person and say that, John, stop. Because when you say John, stop, you won't stop. But if you, cane him or her, he will stop. But in this country, even if a child see a fly, or a spider, it's like that child has seen a lion coming to attack him or her.
It's true.
But whilst in Ghana, these flies and spiders are our friends. We sleep with them. So the issue here is where we come from, the type of punishment that we give it to us, it's relative to how we're brought up. And the type of punishment we get here is relative to how this country has been structured and brought up. So obviously, if somebody commits a murder, then it's a life imprisonment, it's a different game. But holding a knife on the street, or if a police see you are carrying a knife, you can go to jail for up to 5 years, which is a big punishment to some extent for a child raised in this country. But for me, it's not even about the imprisonment sentence. For me, it's about the law being fast and making sure that certain things cannot be done. Something like this zombie-style knife, it's been, people are using to kill, stabbing people for a very long time. So I keep on asking myself why the government did not ban it for a very long time, But luckily, 25th, the 24th of September, it will be banned.
So, lawyer, let me ask a question before Lofla come. If they started jailing the youth, if you kill somebody, they give you life sentence. Won't it be a deterrent to the truth that if I kill, I'm going forever? Like what the Prime Minister brought, that now even rioting, they give them severe punishment of 6 years for just a common rioting. And so if 1 or 2 or 3 people are given life sentences, wouldn't it be a deterrent to the other?
I agree. I totally agree with you. I mean, the law is not just to punish, but also serve as a deterrent.
Yeah.
So, yes, if the law must be a bit more stronger and stricter to deter people, I support it. 100% support it. But we have a social system that is not just going to prison or jail that will solve the problem, but it's about parenting. Sociologists will tell you that a child, when a child is born, from mommy's womb to to the world, he or she is being socialized around everything around him or her. He internalizes it. So sometimes the way our homes, mom and dad, behave have a long-lasting impact on the children. So they go out there. So we have people called significant others. So you got parents and you go outside. So you got school, you got friends, we got churches there, and of course now social media is playing a major role in our children's life. Social media is developing our children. It is showing them the way in life. It is guiding them. So parents are losing control. That is why it is very important that parents must stop giving smartphones to their children. But you can see that now in our country here, you see 5 years, 6-year-old child, Ghanaian child holding smartphone. And what are you expecting this child to use this smartphone for? These are creating problems. So if we tackle the foundation, so the home is doing its bit, school is doing its bit, churches is doing a bit, mosque is doing a bit, then the law is also there that if you go contrary to the law, apart from what the parents are doing, then the law will also deal with you. I support a sentence that will stop or deter anybody for committing crime. If they have to go for life imprisonment, Archbishop and my viewers, I'm 100% for it, because knife crime must not be tolerated on our streets. Our children are scared to go out and pray. Our families are scared, are worried because of knives. So I support any law that will make holding knife, just holding it, even you can go for jail for many years. I will 100% support it.
Good. Thank you so much, Lawyer Frank. I've got two questions. One from me personally, but let me read the question that has come on Facebook that I want us to pick it, and then you can help us answer. From Nana Amufa Boatin. Thank you all the people who are posting your comments. We like your engagement very well. So Nana said, let's also talk about withdrawal of state funding to Black community NGOs and appeal to the new Labour government to have thorough consideration bringing Black NGOs project back. What do you say about that? Because we are talking about how to combat this, how to make sure that our youth are being taken care of. But we don't have these fundings that goes to the Black community NGOs to enable, to facilitate some of these activities that will take our children off the street. What do you say about it, and how can we go about that, please? Thank you.
I'm 100% support, social intervention organizations that are managed and controlled by Black community, because obviously we know ourselves, we know our story, we understand our cultural background, and therefore, if we get the incentive to able to help us to help our own, it will be 100% okay. Obviously, funding has become an issue, and especially the minority, which Black Asian community, the funding is less coming to the community. But this is what all of us need to be on deck and challenge the government that let's support African organization for Africans, so that we can able to tackle this knife. I mean, if you look at it, the knife crime is, it's in everywhere, but it's not common in the white community. No. It's us, and we know our problems. So if the government support us, possibly we can. So we shouldn't sit there for somebody to come and show us the way. We need to lead. And I believe that it's important. We need to form strong organizations to champion these causes. I mean, the problem, Archbishop, I have is that Ghanaians struggle to work together.
Thank you.
So if not because we struggle to work together, at this time you should have a very strong, big, formidable social intervention organization mined by Ghanaian, developed by Ghanaian, dealing with Ghanaian matters. And I believe that if we stop this individuality and our inability to work together and we cooperatively join hands together, get support of Ghana High Commission, I'm even sure that if we have a strong organization and we approach Ghana High Commission, they will help us. And of course, we can also go to the government and lobby for stronger support. So this crime that has come, the Mrs. Obinim family issue has to be a turnaround point for us to begin to reason and see how best we can raise strong organizations controlled by us so that it can deal with these issues we have in our community.
Great. Thank you very much. Now let's come. When you were making your narrations before, thank you so much for joining us. You made comment of societal breakdown. Like that has been one of the major causes of why we are finding our youth into these bad behaviors and into knife and gun crime and knifing other people. Now let's talk about where did this happen? Who is breaking down the society? You see, where is this happening? Is it the law that has taken power away from parents, enabling parents not being able to even take care of their children or discipline their children the way they should? Is it the society? Where is this coming from? That societal breakdown that has contributed massively to this barbaric behavior within the Ghanaian community in United Kingdom here?
Thank you. It's a very good question, but it will not be, easy to answer this question. Modernization, whilst it's very good, it's also creating problem for everyone. So modernization is now forcing parents to work 24/7 to look after their children.
Could you kindly explain a bit of modernization so that our viewers may know what exactly it is, please? Thank you.
So we talk about things changing in our society. So in the past, the way we do things are different from the way we do things now.
Sure.
So now mom and dad needs to work full time to able to pay the bill, and because mom and dad are sharing the bill, so everybody needs to work. Apart from that, we come to this country, and mom and dad has a view that they need to build house in Ghana. Meanwhile, they may not live in that house before they pass on.
They die.
But we got this concept in our mind that we need to work hard and make money. And whilst we going, mom is going, dad is going, it left to the children. So the children has no option but to resort to social media. So, or friends, because mom and dad are not there. Children cannot even confide in us. They cannot talk to us. They can't share their views, their worries, their concerns with us. That's a big problem. There's no understanding between mom and dad. There's no understanding even in our wider society. So because there's a breakdown, social media or other people have intervened. The law is there, all right. We look at it from different perspectives. That in this country, if you smack or beat your child or anything like that, the law will deal with you. So sometimes we tend to think that law has taken parenting powers from us, and we don't have control. But research will show you that, and I will use me as a person example. To share my own experience with my viewers. When I was young, even though now people see me and said, I find very calm, humble, decent guy. But when I was young, before the age of 15, I was very stubborn.
Before
very
what? The age of what?
15.
Before the age of 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very stubborn, uncontrollable. Now, my dad never smacked me before, never. But my mom would discipline me, and when she disciplined me, may her soul rest in perfect peace. If my head come, he will hit it. If my neck, wherever it comes, she will hit it. So, but then the more she do that, the more I become more stubborn,
violent.
So she decided to stop. One day, she just decided to stop, beating me. So when I do something wrong, she will talk to me. She will sit down with me. May her soul rest in peace. I love her so much, and she will explain things to me, break it down
to your level,
to my level. Then I started changing, and then from the age of 15, I didn't go back to my bad behaviors. And I believe if I had carried on the way I was, I could have died early because I was very stubborn. I even went to learn karate, because I want to fight everybody, they're very uncontrollable. But when she stopped beating me and being not violent, but discipline me in the way that she used to do, it helps. So it gives me understanding that it's not smacking or beating or shouting on the children that resolve problems. Some children, yes, but many children, no. The more you shout, the more you smack or you beat a child, the more he or she becomes stubborn. So I adopt a lifestyle that I have a calm environment to speak to my kids. So when you see them, they are calm. They're not shouting, because you need to have that concept. Sit them down, break things to them. Let them understand why these things they're doing will not help them. But I can understand, because sometimes out of stress, our own stress, out of our own problems, and the fact that you said 1, 2, 3, then it's the anger that comes to you, the parent, to raise your hand. It's the anger that it makes you do that. So the law here, and if you're not careful, this can cause problem to the child. I mean, you can hurt the child, or because if my mom, then you used to hit me here and then, one day my eyes were, was hurt. Possibly I will have lost my eye or something. So smacking is good to some extent, but it's not the best. Okay. So this country will say don't. But sometimes we think that it has taken the power. No, it hasn't. Let us understand the reason behind it. And let us understand how we can talk to our kids, one-on-one, explain things. It's win-win. So you tell your child, if you don't do this, I won't give this. I'll take your phone from you and I confiscate for a week. The child will say, okay, you can take it. He or she can be whatever. Continue and persist. The child will listen. So the law has not entirely taken the powers from parents. It's a breach of understanding and trust between the law and the parents. Then again, also where I have a problem with the law is where sometimes little thing, police come, social service come, they take the children, they go and give the children to foster parents who are not able to manage the children. Then the children grow up and become, be on the street and all this. So it is important that we need to understand how the law is operating and how we can balance it so that we don't feel that the law is not helping. Yes, the law has its own shortfall because it was obviously produced by men, so it has its own shortfalls. But it is also there to guide both parents and children.
Thank you, lawyer. Thank you. And our condolences to you. You lost your mom. And the funeral is coming on in September. Is it September?
26 October.
October. So may your mom so rest in peace. We are going to just bring this program to an end, but we are going to continue next week.
Next week. Good.
Because we have a lot. We have a lot to share, and we are finding answers to everything that's been happening. It has been a long process. Every time there's a death, a stabbing, and everything, we talk too much, but now we want solutions. So we thank lawyer Frank for his contribution tonight and may her mother so his
in
mother so
perfect
rest
peace.
in peace. And we all join him on the 26th of October to celebrate the mother's life. Where is it being held?
It's in the Edmonton. The address, I will share it.
Is it Edmonton Methodist or where?
The academy.
Silver Street.
Yeah, there's academy there. So
yes, I know the academy at Silver Street. Yes.
Yeah.
N18 or N9.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's N18 1NB.
Yes, I know all the academy.
Yeah, Almost Academy.
Yes, on Silver Street, and let John Lawyer Frank to celebrate his mother's life, but he will be joining us throughout this journey, because now we want to find answers to all this knife and gun crime, which Ghanaian youth are topping. If a Ghanaian youth is not being killed, a Ghanaian youth will go and kill somebody, like what this 22-year boy had done in Manchester, killing his own mother, stabbing the father, the mother, and his sister. We want to find answers to all these solutions. So tonight, I think very soon we'll bring this program to an end, and then next week we are still on. By next week, we'll be getting more information about what happened in Manchester and other communities. We will get victim people, those who have been victimized by losing their children. We get some, and we will get even some youth here to the studio to further our conversation and discussion. Lovely, what do you want?
Yeah, thank you. Let's cast back to Deacon. I think he hasn't said a word for a long time. What do you have to say regarding what lawyer says then, before we bring this to an end?
Well, let me...
And your advice.
Okay, let me just say my closing...
Go ahead.
Let this be the closing remarks. 3 quick things, but I'm going to do it in very short time. Advice to Ghanaian parents in the UK.
Look here, they are
Get
watching
your children busy. Register them in football academies. If they are interested in music, register them. They are playing music, they are learning instruments here. It keeps them busy and helps them to stay away from some of these bad influences in the area of friends and stuff like that. So keep your children busy. Pay money. You see, you've been working so hard. Use some of the money.
Invest.
Pay. Let them learn something that will keep them busy. That is one. Number 2, I was watching a video when a young guy called the police on the mother because the mother was going to spank him with a belt. Because this young guy has refused to go to school for some days. And then the police came. And at the door, this young man tried to repeat what he said on phone. That my mom did this and that, and she's going to beat me. And the police said, beat you with what? And the boy came with the belt. So the policeman got hold of the belt and looked straight into the face of the young guy and said, hey, young man, you know what? I would also beat you if you refuse to go to school. Okay? So make sure that you go to school. Because you are not going to school, that's the reason why your mom was going to spank you. So I'm leaving you here. I don't want to come back and hear that you have not gone to school in the next 3 days. You hear what I'm saying? And then the boy started shivering. This is what I call shared responsibility.
Good.
Okay? So now we are each other's keeper.
Yes.
Okay? So if the system can be made such that police can also have that right, somebody calls the police, you go to the house and you see a young boy insulting the father, insulting the mother.
Yes.
The police should be able to tell the boy right away.
Yes.
They don't do
Okay?
that.
Hey, what you are doing is wrong. You don't insult an elderly person. All right. So when we become each other's keeper, probably UK, you have to go back to Ghana and learn some of these things where an elderly person can see a boy misbehaving on the street and tell the person, you cannot do this, I'll take you to your father, or even I'll report you to the police. But if adults reprimand young people and they have the guts to insult elderly people, and nothing happens to them, society is not going anywhere. It will continue to break down. So please do something about this. Otherwise, we'll continue to break down. The last thing I want to say is about anger. Archbishop was talking about the fact that if we instituted something like life imprisonment, it's going to be deterrent enough, so that these young guys not get themselves involved in these gun and knife crimes. It is true. I agree 100% with Archbishop. But sometimes when anger takes over, you forget about the consequences of what you are going to do. Face. Okay? And the Bible says is in Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 17, it says, people with hot temper do foolish things. Mm-hmm. People with hot temper, they do foolish things.
Foolish things.
Okay? So if as soon as you begin to realize that your child has anger issues, sometimes we're able to determine them at a very younger age.
Yes.
They have anger issues, but you don't deal with them. You allow them to grow with it. And one day when the anger takes over, and what happens is that this kind of emotion is so strong, so that when anger takes over, common sense flies out of the window.
It's true.
Okay? And then they will do all that they want to do and land themselves in trouble. So as soon as you see that your child has an anger issue, thank God you have a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists and whatever. You have all the resources. Please get your child some help. Otherwise, when they grow up with this anger, I'm sorry, you won't hear palatable news at all.
Good,
thank you.
Good. Incredible.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
To add to what you said, when I was at Chebokudria as a student, I went to a town and got myself drunk. So on my way to school, I met the school patron, and I said, "Matron, where's my food?" He didn't say anything. Say, "You this boy." She went straight and told the headmaster. They brought me a tiny child and laid me on the table, 12 lashes. No food. No food. 12 lashes without food. Mm-hmm. Next time, I won't go and drink.
No.
So it's discipline. Yeah, you can't lie somebody. I used to let the youth from brought up and laugh. I say they lashed me 12 lashes. So this is all part of deterrence.
The disciplines.
You know, we discipline our children. Sometimes you are friendly. You don't be bossy upon them. Make them be friend with them. Share everything. Love Rama, when he was going to Gatwick Airport, her daughters, where they were here, they were following her. They look like their sisters. So be friends with them in a way you can. When you even use your eye, they will understand it.
Yes.
It's not going to be angry over them, insult them, cursing some family, some parents cursing their children. You'll be no. Bless them.
That will make
because
them stubborn.
There's no any good child. There's no any bad child. It's all part of growth. That's what I would say. But this subject is going to continue next week. By that time, we get more information from Manchester still to Obudo and all those who have been involved in Manchester. We are all with you. We are all with you. Even lawyer Francis says he's going to Manchester this weekend. I know many people will travel to go and join the family there. We also will see how we can. Omega TV will bring you everything about the progress of this death in Manchester. And we will all be part of this. I pray that this is going to bring a revival into our community and to the Ghanaian community in general, that now we will see that there's had to be a change.
Thank you.
And to those who are closer to authorities and everything, let's use everything we are getting to come and offer services to the entire community. Let's come to their level, and so that we can bring them up. I know that this program, because of this topic, we can't go to the table notice board tonight.
Tonight, very good.
Because we have spent a lot of time, and those who have been on with those who have been contributing as usual. We appreciate everything that you have done for us tonight, being part of us, and to our technical team and everybody. We just want to say, the only thing I just want to say that I should have gone to Ghana to celebrate the 10th year anniversary for my daughter Efe of Ahimfie Restaurant. She died on the 20th of August 2014. But yesterday, the children were able to go to Sopon. And Sunday, they are celebrating her life in Accra. So our deepest condolence. And also Saturday is the 10th anniversary of my mother-in-law, Auntie Victoria Kobina. And we will be praying, and I believe that the man from my nephew from Gabin, Atukwa Akumia, and the rest will be at the graveside to lay flowers on our behalf. So this is my closest announcement, that there will be no notice board tonight because we are still working out the progress of the knife and gun crime. And next week, we need all your contributions. We need your support. Every information you have, bring it on board. Omega TV, you are part of us. And remember, on the 21st of September 2024, we are going to launch Omega TV live at Benny Grant Arts Center in Tottenham, near Seven Sisters, 21st of September. And to Lovely Amma,
Thank you so much. I think someone asked of the quotation. It's Proverbs 14 verses 17. Proverbs 14:17. So thank you very much. Please.
DJ, now you are becoming a pastor.
So thank you so much. Please get mentors for your children. If you are struggling to speak to your children, get somebody that they can trust, somebody who they can look up to, and it will help them. I used to be like that a lot. I mean, not me struggling, but I was like officer at camp meetings, SU camp meetings, and I had so many children that were like I was mentoring, you see, the youth, the secondary school children, and it really helped. So don't get somebody that they cannot speak to, somebody who is so old. Come to people like us, especially when you see your children's age, and also when they are youth, they are struggling, go to people like our bishop and let them mentor them. It will help. The discussions they are not able to discuss with you, they will discuss with the mentor. Also, let me give you one trick that helps me as a mother. When my children sleep, and when I wake up every evening, I'm going to urinate. I go to their rooms one by one. I open their door. I want to see whether they are really sleeping. I want to see whether the phone is charging at where it should be charging, or they are on their phone. I open the door, and sometimes I pray for them. And sometimes I've gone to their door room, and sometimes I've seen them while the light is off, they're on their phone, and I take it away into my own bedroom. And you wouldn't have it for the whole day. We sit down and discuss the reason why, and tell you, it's not like I don't want you to be on your phone, but if you can't discipline yourself to know barriers, it will be taken away from you. So this is a trick to also help you. Don't just sleep throughout the night and think your children are sleeping. Open the door, go into their room and see what they are doing, whether they are don't just open and go and see whether they are really inside the debate, what is going on inside there. And also lay your hands upon them and pray for them before they leave, and know that God will take care of our children. I want to say a very big thank you. Last Sunday we had Bliss Experience at Joy House, and it was marvelous. We had to change the venue at last minute. Just like 1.5 days, we had to change, and we were thinking, will people come? But it was so amazing, the crowd that came. And I want to say a very big thank you to Minister Moses Bliss. He put me in charge of the protocol and the ushers lead, and I didn't expect that, but by the grace of God, everything went well. So to the team, to Ngozi, the Spotlight Director of Events, to Dr. Rex, to Eric, to all the organizers, to all the protocol team I work with, Councillor AB and everybody else, to all the ushers that came to volunteer, to the hospitality team, to all the guest ministers that traveled from different countries to come, and to all the organizers, to Jesus House team. May God bless you so much. It was amazing. It was incredible. And so many souls gave their life to Jesus Christ. I want to also celebrate Mrs. Mary Bless for your birthday yesterday, 25th birthday. God bless you so much. So thank you so much, everybody that participated to make the event a success, and God bless you so much. So
and on behalf of Pognaba, also want to thank God for everyone who came to the Danziga Fugu Matakari program on Saturday, which was covered by Omega TV, and a special thanks to the Chief Executive of National Commission of Culture. The Chief Executive was here, and to Nana Kwame Kotoko and his entourage, Nana Yasapon Kuma and his team also of chiefs and kings and queens, and to the community, especially all those who were able to come and support that wonderful Queen Mother from Bolgatanga. It was a great day in our where we celebrate on Broadwater Farm, showcasing the culture from the northern part of Ghana. It was wonderful. I will thank you for attending, taking time to be with them. And also to Atapi, who lost his junior brother Takakra. Atapi, from formerly DJ and the BBLS presenter, lost his old brother Atakakra in New York, and quickly he was buried at Kansas, that's in America, on Saturday. DJ was saying travel to go and give him the support. We thank God for Solomon Techi and Cholote Motors and all those who have been supporting Atapi for burying his own twin brother who was in America. They died suddenly from heart attack. May he so rest in peace. And also to Adubia, TJ's wife, and the mother who died. There will be a sing song on Saturday at 312 Philip High Road, Tottenham, N15. A sing song for Mrs. Joyce, who died in Hackney. There will be a sing song between 4 to 6. I think 6. I think we join them on the 24th. We give God the glory. We pray for her soul to rest in peace. And to the entire community, I think there's a lot. But today we are not going to the notice board.
Thank you.
We just want to thank everybody who have been with us. The subject of knife and gun crime continues. We need your contribution. Wherever Sister Akufo from Stockwell, you lost your child through knife crime. Knife crime. Yvonne Nelson too also about to join us, but because he couldn't join us, next week he'll be joining us. And today, the official opening of Gina's restaurant, Bloomington restaurant, happened at 639 High Road, and it was attended by the mayor of Haringey and also represented from GLA and the community. It was a wonderful. You can watch us live through my media, and God bless you. Now it is going to officially to be open to the public from the 24th and 25th. Come and celebrate Gina Bloomington restaurant, a new modern restaurant. And the High Commission was represented by Eno Apiamenka and all the team who came there, Mavis and all the rest. We say congratulations to each and everyone. God bless you.
God bless you so much. Deacon Mark Nyame, do you want to say your final greetings because of time so that we can close off?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I want to say thank you to all the people who have watched this program, especially the Agape guys who have been watching from all over the world. And I'm sure that this time my wife and my children are also watching. Evelyn Osei Kojo Ajima Nyame, Ekuyase Ajima Nyame, Amasapoma Ajima Nyame, and Amejapoma Ajima Nyame. I decided not to give them any English names for obvious reasons. So I just want to say thank you to all the people who have joined us for this program. God bless you, and let's all keep doing what we know we can do to help solve this problem.
Great. Thank you so much. So until next week, same time, we are going to continue combating youth, knife, and gun crime. Please make it a point to join us. Bring your questions, bring your contributions, and let us do this together. We believe that through this platform, as Bishop said, the revival that has started, it is going to bring a positive impact, and it is going to help us. And we wouldn't be burying our children, but rather we are going to live long to declare the works of God. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week. We sign off here, and God bless everybody for joining. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Amen.
Amen.